we have been begging for, that we have been asking them to do, that we expected them to have from the jump, and we're finally getting it. So I wanted to let y'all know, expect them stamps, bitch! They coming in!
Can you help clear up some confusion about SNAP benefits? Because the president just posted that they will only be given out when the radical left Democrats open the government and not before. But just yesterday, the administration said it would comply with a court order to expend the full amount of SNAP contingency funds by end of business day yesterday. So did the administration distribute that money or defy that court order?
No, the administration is fully complying with the court order. I just spoke to the president about it. The recipients of these SNAP benefits need to understand it's going to take some time to receive this money because the Democrats have forced the administration into a very untenable position. We are digging into a contingency fund that is supposed to be for emergencies, catastrophes, for war. And the president does not want to have to tap into this fund in the future. And that's what he was referring to in his Truth Social post. So the Department of Agriculture, as for the latest SNAP payment in the judge's order, put out guidance to states today on how to get that money to the recipients of SNAP, but it's going to take some time. The best way to get the full amount of SNAP benefits to those beneficiaries is for Democrats to reopen the government.
Long story short, you ain't getting a dime until we reopen. And y'all see Trump's latest post. All right. He says SNAP benefits, which increased by billions and billions of dollars, many folds during Crooked Joe's disastrous term in office, due to the fact that they were haphazardly handed to anyone for the asking, as opposed to just those in need, which is the purpose of SNAP, will be given only when the radical left Democrats open the government, which they can easily do, and not before. Thank you for your attention on this matter, yo, President Donnie J. Trisnump.
Oh my goodness. This is just cold Viking gangster behavior. T-Money, I can see T-Money at the table with the Democrats. He's like, here we go. He said, we about to shut this government down. He said, he's like, that's what I want. He said, you ain't even got to read it. Until you sign it, until you sign it, yo lovely black folks gonna starve. You know, per capita, y'all make up the most on food stamps. He talked bad to him. You know he did. He don't care. Raging narcissist. And oh my goodness. And they like, we won't do it. Them terms. I want to know what they won't sign and why he is actually, to some degree, holding, folks up like, like, hey, till you sign, watch them go hungry. Watch them go hungry. This is intense. There's some wild stuff on that paperwork. Show us, why won't the Democratic Party say, hey, this is what T-Money trying to get us to sign? You see what I'm saying? Whoa, that's crazy. Let the people know we are the people. Huh? Shouldn't we be in the know? What's going on? Why are we about to go? Y'all ain't asking the right questions, HQ.
That part. So here we go.
Anyone who is a SNAP beneficiary at home who needs that assistance, and the president was just saying, this is for people who are truly needy, who need food, who need this assistance from the United States government. Democrats are holding it up and making it difficult for the administration to get those payments out the door. So if you are at home and you want your SNAP benefits, call the Democrats and tell them to reopen the government.
Blocking that contingency fund for the future if this shutdown lingers on?
Look, the president does not want to have to continue to dip into a contingency fund that doesn't even have enough money, by the way, to fund the full program. It takes $9 billion to get the full scale of the benefits out the door. This contingency fund only has about
only $5 billion a month. And they don't even have enough money to fund the program for 1 month. That's intense.
So the only way this money comes back in its new form, the EBT SNAP program is forever altered if it comes back. And we are hoping that it does come back. So know that.
So it's going, like you say, it's going to come back at a deficit. So whatever they got in this new budget, it ain't going to be what it was. It's going to be sliced. So people still going to get SNAP, but it's going to be decreased and it's going to be time limits on the program.
Y'all still going to get forced back to work, The folks, and when I say y'all, we talking about shout the beans. I guess that small percentage that truly 100% abuse the program. They trying to force y'all back to work. All y'all that's doing the Dougie and the frozen food aisle. Yeah. So like I say, even when it comes back, and it's only coming back once the Democrats sign. Trump said he signed it. See what else he said? I signed it. You ask the Democrats, why won't they sign? Y'all, this is so bad. So the Democrats decide how long folks don't get these. That's done. Trump signed. They decide how long y'all don't get them. And then even when y'all do get them, it's going to be a fraction of what it once was. My gosh.
$5 billion in it. So again, Democrats need to reopen the government so we can get these benefits out the door for people who truly need them.
Look at this food bank here. It says they've been standing in line for 3 to 5 hours in line. Food bank, food stamps don't come. I thought it was black people only. Talking about big sign in the back talking about Jesus saves. What the hell? That's intense.
Shout out to the crusade.
Man, here we are. So long line of folks. It's gonna get wonky.
See, again, this stupid argument. I thought it was black folks. No, we acknowledge what you are showing here. Us, the white folks, the only ones. Shout to other than people like Jay Prince, like they don't mind standing in that line. They ain't too proud to beg. Us melanated folks, we are. Y'all know y'all are. Y'all don't take hand-me-down clothes, no matter how clean they are. Y'all know that. Y'all wild like that, man. I take hand-me-downs. Y'all tripping. Like, this is why, yeah. This don't mean nothing. Again, stupid argument. I thought it was black folks. It is. About to be a whole bunch of little black hungry babies. Now, do y'all care?
There we go. So, like you say, this line here, it says, thought it was only white folks. But then
it's really bad.
Danielle Grant is starving.
I'm trying to see if I can get some food because we literally don't have anything to eat today or tomorrow. So we're going to try to make ends meet and we can.
Desperate.
Is this AI? Y'all know I'm jaded anymore. What the hell is this? Is this real?
Wow. 50-50. Because let me explain my answer. I said, it could be something, could be nothing. Because it seems extreme, right? So I'm saying it could be AI because wow. Like I would imagine, like she giving it to the Lord. She's like, it's over. We hungry. Like it's over. She like until
you just hit on this. You said don't nobody want to be the first one to panic or
Yeah, and that's why, I know Bonquisha's proud, but look, she done gave it to the Lord. She's like, I can't hold this screaming no longer. We hungry. Like, she's like, I don't know what to do. Kuda, can you see her? She's like, Kuda kind of ain't selling. Oh, somebody help me, please.
Danielle Grant is starving.
I'm trying to see if I can get some food because we literally don't have anything to eat today or tomorrow. So we're going to try to make ends meet and we can.
Desperate for food, nowhere to go. Grant and many others got to the Hope Line today just to make an appointment to come back later in the week for food. Resources are slim, leaving 40% of Bronxites without money to feed themselves. Some still in shock.
You heard things before, but it's like, they're not going to let people starve. That's ridiculous, but it's like.
Hold on.
This is real.
Listen, we are caught in this dystopian world right now where reality and, madness is all blurred. I thought it was fake. Now I'm not so sure.
So it's over. There's a point of no return, and I'm so frustrated. It was 10 miles that back there. We passed it. We didn't even know it. Y'all, AI coming. Now look, AI. Sucker's still waiting on AI to arrive. And AI done went and ghost on us. AI like, I'm here, but you don't even know now. F being here. I know it done went straight incognito, straight up Ghost Recon style. I don't know. If you sitting here, some Fear Factor type ish, and they're gonna drop you into a river full of crocodiles, your answer is this AI or no? See, it ain't so easy to answer. It ain't so easy. You can't bet your life on whether this is AI or not. We're done. It's over. It's over.
You know, but it's like, no, that's literally like what's happening.
We hope the food pantries maintain open, because if they don't stay open, I really don't know what we're going to do next.
We asked people their reaction to hearing that the Trump administration.
And shout out to the food pantries. Says the Trump administration agrees to partially fund SNAP. If you missed the Single by Choice show last night, late in the show, shout out to JP. He was in the food pantry. It was a little wonky and wicked, but we all learned something. And there is food. You will not starve.
Y'all just gotta swallow y'all pride and go to these food pantries. Why supplies last? This is coddling. Trump administration agrees to partially fund SNAP program. No context. Not saying when the money coming. None of that. Folks are running. This is stockpiles again. Shout out where the church is at. Open y'all storehouses. Ain't that what they say when they take the offering? Put stuff in my house. So there may be stuff in my house, the storehouse. I forget how to say it go. But it's time to open said storehouses like these food pantries are. But this is coddling. Like they petting y'all on the head while y'all slowly allow reality to set in. Y'all don't understand. It's gonna happen. They don't want to shock y'all system. They know better. They like just ease it on them. And then, like I said, then they gonna say, I don't know, January, February, they gonna say it's back. SNAP is back. And then y'all gonna rejoice again just to find out it's a fraction, and some of y'all won't be eligible. They just gonna lull y'all to sleep.
Administration will partially fund the SNAP program. People say it's not going to do much. They have families to feed and already struggled at the end of every month when they were receiving the full amount.
Wow, not enough. At least it's something to hold on, but I think everybody's going to have to get a second job.
It doesn't really last the whole month, probably.
And that's another thing. I saw a woman on Facebook recently. She was talking. She said, yeah, I get the EBT. She up there one of these braggadocious women. Winter is now. One of these women always on there with the selfies. Now she was like, yeah, I didn't get my 300 this month. He said, it normally ain't enough anyways. She says, I always got to put a little bit extra with it anyways, a little 200 or something. She said, but having to spend that whole 500, she said, I ain't gonna lie, that was a hurt piece. She said, I had to spend the whole 5. A day later, she was on Facebook working and showing butt pics. I said, it won't be long. She just came up off that 500. She hurting. Only thing left is Kuda Kata.
Yeah! Boom, shakalaka! Stop playing with it. This has got to be one of the most trending conversations in every Democratic echo chamber since a couple days ago. They sitting there talking, and somebody was brave enough like, hey, y'all think about OF? And somebody's like, yeah, girl, I got to count. Somebody's like, girl, shoot, I've been doing that. And one girl's like, shoot, girl, I'm a beating the street. All right. Shoot. Your daddy, my favorite, my best customer. They having the conversations about selling kutakata either digitally or physically.
2 or 3 weeks, and then by the last week you gotta scramble to find, things.
This couple has 4 kids. The mom says pantries aren't always reliable.
They have limited supply, or by the time we get to the front of the line, then it's really nothing there. So it's hard.
She says she's holding on to faith. Meanwhile, others are worried hunger will drive crime rates up. We don't know how much money will be reloaded onto people's cards and when that will be. In Longwood, Lindsay Tanney, News.
Look at all the babies.
That's wicked. That's wicked. All the strollers. Here we are. It's about to get cold in most of the country.
Single moms by choice. Ain't no way. Because ain't no way, come on, man. The baby ain't supposed to be there in the line with you. It's all fussy. It's cold. Whining. That's so stressful. So the baby end up pooping or throwing up on itself. Like, It's a mess. This ain't life. This is extreme struggle.
And they talking about the crime rates going up. That's what we really about to touch on here tonight. We're going to get into it because we got to talk about it.
Stay frosty. Like, yeah, get y'all some self-protection education. Yeah, 'cause, like, for real, man. I'm big on that. So don't stop playing with it.